Hi, everybody, and thank you for stopping by Grandma's Haunted Hutch. This is Jenny. I'm already in the Apache Junction Goodwill here, and I'd already been shopping for a little while when I realized that I was meaning to film, to practice my filming skills. And that was a very good find of the day. That was I'll be talking about that more in a little while, but that was a piece of beautiful mid-century modern pottery. These teapots were cool, but I have a few that I still have to deal with. I haven't even pulled them out of my storage space yet, but they were, as you can see, nice. And that one looks like an otagiri. I know I talk about otagiri a lot. My favorite otagiri pieces are the ashtrays and of course, the resting spoons, which I collect for myself, and the mugs. But I'm not an otagiri freak or anything. Let's see. This Wade of California little serving dishes or little peanut dishes or whatever they are for when you want to put out a little snack. I have too many of these already, I was saying. So I left those. But they were nice. And I also thought they might be missing their tray. Like they fit into a tray. Those, I can never tell. Here's one of the infamous cowboy hat chip and dips, which I love. I find these all the time now. I have one by Treasure Craft, which is a later Treasure Craft, and I have one by Metlocks, and so I didn't get that one because I don't need three. I have to sell the first two I have, or I think I might keep one actually. That bowl I was looking at for a while. I thought it was nice, but then I realized it was new. The new stuff fools me sometimes. And it's because for the past many years, I haven't gone into stores to see what's out there. The only stores I go into are Target. Basically, Target is the only store I go into that's for new stuff. I don't go into any other stores except for the grocery store, of course, and Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. But when it comes to like stuff, I don't go into any stores except for Target. So I can recognize Target stuff from a mile away, but Home Goods, TJ Maxx, the stuff that ends up in TJ Maxx, all those brands. I didn't even know what Fitz and Floyd was until I started watching thrifters on YouTube. I had no idea. So there's a lot I don't know about the new. I know about the old, but not the new. So when I see a new piece that looks like it's cool and it could be old, because you know how they try to fool you, I sometimes get fooled because I don't know, I can't recognize it. So anyway, I'm just shopping around. I was uptight in here because it was very, very crowded. There was already a little brouhaha among anti-maskers that were so proud of themselves for not wearing their mask, and that upset me. And just Arizona could be weird. I was looking at these these Mikasa salt and pepper shakers, and I have them in light blue. I did not get these because at this point I was trying to I was realizing that I'm already up to a pretty high price tag for the day, so I restrained myself with them. But I thought they would look really cute with my have like two sets, but Mikasa I'll be talking about more. That ghost, no, I did not get. He was cute and all, but I have quite a few ghosts already in my storage space waiting for next Halloween. So I'm going to start being a little picky about Halloween stuff and not really get anything that's newish. I want to get just vintage. And also for the Christmas, I've been getting some really good Christmas since Christmas has ended. People are purging their Christmas stuff, and I've already found some good stuff for either Christmas in July or next Christmas already. But I'm going to be really picky about the Christmas and the Halloween. And as for other holidays, I'm not doing Valentine's Day. Oh, those were cute. I didn't know if they were Viking or Ellie Smith. If somebody watches this video someday and knows what they are, can you please tell me? I looked for them under, I thought they were Ellie Smith for sure, but they weren't. These are like little sherbet dishes, and they wanted $4.49 each for these little sherbet cups, dessert cups. They were nice, but I wasn't going to be spending no $4.49 each, even with my 20% off. So that wasn't happening. Look, they had a whole bunch too. I don't know why they had to mark them $4.49 each. Look, they had like 8 of them, maybe more. And this store really isn't bad with prices at all. So maybe it was just the person pricing that day, or maybe they just got a little trigger happy when they looked it up on eBay. But I couldn't find them on eBay, so I don't know how they did. Let's see. Looking through the mugs, and I always look for otagiri, as I said before. Did I say that? Yeah, I'm not an otagiri freak, but I do look for this. Okay, resting spoons, ashtrays, and mugs I look for with otagiri. And as for mugs, I also look for cool, like studio pottery, and your classics like your Anchor Hocking and like those two I found, those Mexican tonella style mugs I found. I like the color scheme on these. I like the muted greens and brown. It's a different color. It has more green, and I like those a lot. I didn't know the signature. That divided metal tray was cool. It had like an Asian style. Okay, so this is the B Welsh pottery, and here I am. I had just realized where I had seen that before, and I learned about that on one of the Recycled Life girls was talking about that. I think it was Laura. She's the mid-century modern girl, so she was talking about the B Welsh pottery, and that's where I learned about that. And I had just realized where I'd learned it, because I knew I saw it on YouTube, and because that's how I knew what it was. So then I went back and looked it up on the videos, and I saw she has it in her kitchen. I keep on showing my cart with that old vintage beautiful sewing box, and I have a few of those too, but I'm collecting them. I love them, and I find them all the time. So if they're in good condition, I get them. Looking around. This was a good trip. I spent a little too much money because I went a little crazy, because I haven't been out into Apache Junction in a long time. And when I went to the swap meet the other day, I came over to this Goodwill, and I picked up a few things, and then I wanted to go back and really do a full top to bottom. You know what I'm talking about? Like every single department, little section. I had to go through. I got a lot. Those two, those little ruffled, I don't know what they are. I don't know what pattern or what maker they are. I have to look those up. I don't know if they're, do you think they're Fenton? I don't know. I have to look those up. I still haven't yet, but I will. They were cute, and they weren't expensive. Most of the prices in the store were not bad at all. Okay, so now I'm over in the linens, and I've been getting baby stuff recently. I've been collecting. And so this blanket was so cute. It was handmade quilt, and it was a baby blanket size, and it had this wonderful calico, like little, there's some mushrooms. So that was a really cute blanket. So I did get that. It was like $2.29 or something. It was really. I did not get the SpongeBob sleeping bag, because for stuff like that would be strictly a flip on eBay, really, to try to make money. I I looked it up, and they only go for about $20, but you need the bag that goes with it, and they have to be in good condition. So it wasn't even that one probably would have been $20, but it wasn't worth it to me. I want to get a good one, and I already found a really good
Okay, so my favorite
child's
Goodwill. Well,
sleeping bag
it's my favorite by default because it
that I
happens
have to sell still. So I'll see how that one
less than a
goes,
3-minute
and
drive
then I'll
away
be
from my
doing.
apartment.
I like the vintage
Goodwill
children's
on Indian School
blankets,
Road
and
at 16th
receiving
Street.
blankets, and they go for crazy money on eBay. I'll tell you, especially receiving blankets, the little flannel ones. They're like, you can get them for 99 cents at any Goodwill, and they can go for $20 each if it's a good coveted old one. There's now I'm at the Goodwill and right by my house that same night, and I'm looking around. I went up to the Globe, and I was like, I'm not into the Globe trend at all, so I don't do Globes. I can't bring myself to get a Globe yet. I wanted that. I need a coat rack I need a coat rack or hat rack for my booth so I could hang all my vintage purses. But that wasn't the right one. Let's see here. That little wicker trunk I did get. It was $9. It was a good buy. It was in very good, I would say fair condition. That I want to get for my booth to display, to put all my quilts in. I'm going to put my quilts in there. I need somewhere for my quilts. So I figured that would be good for my quilts. But right now it's at the bottom of my bed with my stuff in it. And then I'm over in the tchotchke section. And this store is my favorite. Because it's so close to my apartment, it's always been my favorite. But since COVID, it's gone downhill with the quality of like the shelves and the way they keep them. Because it lost the manager. Now they have a new manager, and it's not as good, I have to say. I don't know why I was looking at that rooster for so long. First of all, he was missing his top, and he was chipped up, but I'm still looking at him. I don't know why. I think I was in La La Land. That figurine was broken. I know I have to work on my filming skills. That was a little creamer. I mean, not a creamer, a sugar. And I usually get them, and I use them as trinket boxes. But I use them for myself, but I didn't get that one. And I'm kind of past the plain ones. They have to be special. That little souvenir piece was cute because it was a pencil holder and it was natural. But I like the blue with the orange. I didn't get it, but I liked it. There's looks like some carnival down there. Did not get that. Some things I don't look for anymore. Like I don't look at if it's not the right color that I'm looking for, I just don't even pick it up because what's the point? That book thing, that was a cute one for those the Heidi books where you hide things in. I guess they're meant to be, and they put them in your bookshelf to make it look like a. Is that what they're used for? I mean, I was just assuming that people really use them for that. That thing I don't know what they are. What is that? The things that pop out? I don't know what that is. I was wondering what that was. So if somebody's watching that someday, can you tell me? Look, I go back to that rooster without his top.
It seems like I'm seeing more.
Here I'm talking about how I've been seeing so much precious moments lately. Like, I mean, I see precious moments dolls. I see the figurines. I see everything. I don't know. People are purging their precious moments stuff.
Snagging all the stuff I want. Nope.
I'm just looking through it's already been picked over at this point. It was night. And sometimes when you go to this Goodwill, it's excellent at night because they still put stuff out late, and you can get the cream of the crop late at night, but not this night. That little figurine I ended up getting of that looks like a mountain goat. I thought maybe it was from Peru or somewhere, maybe in South America, Ecuador or Peru. somewhere in the Andes Mountains. His matching friend there had a broken horn. There's a little dish with a cat on it, a Maine Coon. I ended up getting that. I thought it was cute. People love the cats. It doesn't matter. I have just basic, not excellent, like stuff that I never would think would sell because it was just like ordinary or common. Are selling in my booth. They love it. I mean, so the little stuff like that sells. It's not a big turnover. Like, I'm not making tons of money, but it's definitely, the little things like that sell. People love cats. People love the figurines. They love the owls. The owls go. All my owls are going quickly. Stuff like that. So here I am pushing around my cart with my wicker trunk in it. Another rooster. I'm not even that into roosters, but I know they sell. So it's just the reseller in me. I've sold a few rooster type things. This music box nativity was very nice. It was overwound and it won't work, but I figured it had a good sticker on it. I know it did. I think it had like one of those Japan stickers, and it was in very good condition otherwise. And so I'm going to get that for next year for my booth probably, or to sell on eBay. I'm not sure, but that'll be for next year. So George the Nomad said that they really have to work, but for me, it's okay. For me, just to display it would be fine. Let's see. That wasn't Ray Dunn. That was a wannabe. Yeah, I'm just looking through all this. I was annoyed tonight because, the kids started calling, we're closing in a half an hour. We're closing in 40 minutes. We're closing in 35 minutes. We're closing in 20 minutes. I was getting really angry. Every 5 minutes, the kid was calling that they were closing soon, announcing that they were closing soon. I hate that. It makes me nervous. The lady over there was also a reseller. We started talking while in line. She had mostly like little teacups with saucers she was getting. So, and I saw the stuff in her cart, and she didn't really have anything that I wanted, but when she looked at my cart, she wanted it all. So she was jealous of my stuff, but I wasn't jealous of her stuff.
These are Demby from England.
Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. Now we're going to talk about Mikasa. Okay. So I love Mikasa stoneware from the 70s. This was it's not a pattern. It's just it's one that I haven't seen, but I'm going to pop up some pictures of my favorite patterns, the ones that I use. I use it because it doesn't break. Talk about stoneware. It doesn't chip. It doesn't scratch. It is the best stuff, and it's so nice. And you can get the prettiest patterns. Indian Harvest is my favorite. Indian Sunset. The Indian Sunset series is my favorite. It's very Southwestern. And so that was also Mikasa, but that was newer. That was the 80s, so I don't get the 80s. It has to be the 70s or the late 60s. So there's lots of Mikasa out here in the West. Now, I never saw the Mikasa stoneware when I was home in Connecticut, and back home where I'm from. I have only started seeing it when I came out here, so it has to be something that's regional. And I've come to the conclusion that I think that Mikasa was big in the Midwest, and also in the West. And there were stores that were just Mikasa stores, and during the 70s and 80s and stuff. And I think that when all the snowbirds came down to, Arizona, or there was also Mikasa stores here, they started just, that's why all the Mikasa's here and it wasn't back east. Because Mikasa was not a big thing back east, I don't think. And there was a Mikasa in my old town of Mount Kisco, New York. There was a store, which then became a Mikasa outlet store. But by then it was just the clear glass crystal and all the clear glass. It was none of the stoneware. When I talk about Mikasa, I like the 70s stoneware patterns. If you look them up on eBay, they're wonderful. I think that was a Noritake, like a later one, not old, a later one, and it was pretty. And then I didn't get it. And then these fooled me because they're plastic canisters. I like the color. Green's my favorite color. And then I found this beautiful little, it was unique. It was a wedding bouquet. And they only wanted $249 for that. I didn't get it because I have a wedding bouquet already. That I have 2 wedding dresses in my storage space. One's a Scott McClintock and one's a Jessica McClintock. And they're going to go in my, I'm going to put them on eBay, but I'm also going to put them on in my booth on my mannequin. And I'm going to put the wedding bouquet that I have already with them. So I don't need to, I don't think, because, I'll worry about the second one when I get to that. Oh, that's one of those cool vintage tins. It's like original from the 70s, and there's like a whole series of them. And so that was a beverage tin. I forgot the name, but I've seen them at the antique malls. So I got that. And so basically, that was it for the. Oh no, I ended up getting a couple more things over in textiles, but we'll wait till I get over there. So anyway, I'm starting to wind down my little trip here. Let's see. Just trying my darndest to spend as much money as possible, even though there doesn't seem to be enough on the shelves. I'm only kidding. I'm going to be doing a whole series on organizing my storage space. And then everyone that watches my videos could see the hoard I've accumulated in the past 5 months. I mean, it's definitely hoarding level. Yeah, so I've got a little problem and I have to fix it. So I'm going to give up the thrifting for a while. It's just too much fun. But I need to give it up to sort out my business and then list everything, get it all organized, and then I could source again. Because I mean, as I've said a few times during this video, I have triples and quadruples of stuff. It's going to be fun. I might go viral. People are going to be like, did you see that girl's hoard? Oh my. That woman's hoard is crazy. She's nuts. There's the lady again. Yeah. I had to get a second storage space. So I have to get it all organized and I couldn't move in my main one, so I had to move stuff into another one. Oh, I found that picture. Yeah, it's Ecuador. Really cute. Another South American folk art picture. I think it's definitely from Ecuador. And then there was that other one right there, which I picked up, and I got that as well. And it's a picture of a mother with a little baby, but I love the nails. Like, her nails are great, and the baby's nails are great, so I got that. They're like souvenir pieces, but when it comes to that stuff, it's more like folk art rather than just souvenir. When it's like a fine line. You have to discern for yourself when you find a piece. And then I think this is my second or third time around these shelves, you know. Just can't let it go until I find something great, you know. But I did find good stuff at this trip. I think I just didn't want to go home yet. And I'm just looking around still. Not much going on. I think the kid is probably calling like every 5 minutes still. It's time to come up to pay because he doesn't want to stay 1 minute over 9 o'clock, you know. One lady started screaming when the kids started like calling, announcing, like when they start announcing way too early. One lady was like, I know, I got it, thank you. I thought that was funny. And I've seen her again, and I made the mistake of talking to her once, and she's a crazy lady, and she looked at me like I had 5 heads because I was talking to her just randomly, and she was like she acted weird. I was like, oh no, that's that lady that screamed at the kid. I remembered who she was. So I thought I was winding down, but I guess I'm still there for a while. Okay, so now I'm looking at that cute little, it's not a trivet, it's a little wall hanging, but it's like tile. And that's also from Ecuador. And it's the mother with a baby, which is really pretty. It might be a Mother Mary with Jesus. I don't think so though. I think it's just. Oh, I found this vintage thermos in the faux wood look. And Nesting Haven, I think I remember Nesting Haven found one of these. Nicole from Nesting Haven found one of these, and within the past year, she found something very similar. She found like a few different vintage thermoses, and so I remembered that when I found that one. It's in good condition. It has a little dent, but I figured you could do what auto bodies do when you take a magnet or something, you could pop them out like a dent and something like that. But I'm not sure if I would go ahead and do that much effort, but because the dent isn't that bad. It's still good though. So that was nice. I recently learned that. Well, I didn't recently learn this, but camping stuff, thermoses, Coleman, anything by Coleman, camping. Enameled tin, enameled flatware and cups they're considered like camping style. They definitely sell. And I have quite a collection of the enameled camping plates and the vintage enamel plates. I have a lot. So that'll be fun selling all that off. I'm going to do haul video after haul video after haul video of my hoard while I'm organizing it. I'm going to do a series of organizing my space, my storage spaces. Well, I'm going to move it back into just one storage space and then get it all organized. I have to get shelving. See, it's just in piles now. I have to get shelving. That's the problem. At this point, it's just junk, just sorting through junk. There's nothing there. Oh, I did find that. Yeah, it's a Talavera made in Mexico sunflower napkin holder. Really nice. Got that. To add to my collection of Talavera. Actually, I just spoke too soon. There was actually really good stuff there that night. It wasn't a bunch of junk. It was pretty good. You know the lady in the green sweater when she... Okay, so I found this awesome
I got this.
embroidered
Found this
pillow sham, and it was homemade, you know.
But
It
it's
looks like it was
embroidered
homemade back in
9/11/2001.
almost 20 years ago now, on 9/11/2001. And so I thought that was
Looks like it was in somebody's.
a very nice, and plus it was well done. It was a beautiful little embroidered sham, pillow sham. So I did get that, especially since we are coming up on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. I remember exactly where I was. I was 31 years old. I was living in New York State, very close to the city. So I got that. I found that art showing poster of the Native man. And I picked those up because I have a lot of Native stuff, and it was really well done. It depends on the museum and the piece and and sometimes the tribe. I tend to focus on Southwestern. Anyway, so that's about it for my video tonight. Thank you so much, guys, and hope to see you back here at Grandma's Haunted Hutch. And hit subscribe. Can't hurt anybody, right? You don't have to watch, but you can hit subscribe. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Bye.